Hi guys, so this is my gold Capella 2 or Schefflera 2 variegated version. And that little babbling is my son. So I wanted to document this right away because I've only had her for less than a month. And I wanted to make sure I'm documenting this for me and anybody else out there that's curious about this particular plant. There's a lot of people that are really good with this plant. And backstory, I used to have this plant about 9 years ago, and she died. I followed the directions that it came with, and she died. I don't really remember how she died or what the reason was. I wasn't really very in depth with it, and I wasn't really an expert. She died, and then not very long after, we moved, and so I just kind of like went with a different plant instead. But anyway, now, but I think my first one was like an all green one. It wasn't like this at all, and this is I think three trees in one. My first one ever, it was one, and it was really big. It was tall too. I think it was like 5 feet tall. It was a big one. And it was only one. But yeah, she died. So I tried the other one and I only got one, and it really was on the fence, but she was so beautiful when I saw her. I just couldn't really not buy it. So now I got a second one after having that one for a few months, and I kind of gotten used to and gotten comfortable in growing this particular plant. So this one is right next to a window. She used to be in a plant stand, but the type of pot that I got her in is unusual in a sense. It's in a square. It's not in a round, even though the saucer is in a round. It's hard to just find a saucer that's square. I do plan to keep her in this particular pot for probably years and years until, all the roots are in the bottom and the top. Then probably I'm going to have to change that and put her in a slightly bigger pot, which I will probably get a round one. But I love the pot itself. So that's why. So anyway, so I got this one, and I just wanted to document her. I will put down what I fertilize her with and supplement and all that good stuff. I write everything down. However, due to my PCS, anxiety and depression, I have amnesia due to PCS or post-concussive syndrome, short-term and long-term memory loss, and so I just don't want to mix it up, I do water her once a week, and I water her once a week because I've tried to water her, I've tried to water her and let her dry out. A lot of people have suggested let her dry out. A lot of blogs online or articles online say things like, yeah, you gotta let like half of the pot to dry out, things like that. And I try to do that. But I try to let her dry out 8 days, 9 days, 10 days, things like that. And the other one, not this one, the other one, leaves would start to fall. So for me, for this particular plant, she really does enjoy every 7 days so far. And I did just water her. It hasn't even been a week yet. And I'll show you the dirt. The dirt is already pretty dry. But, this also happened with the first one. And I really believe that when you first get a plant, initially... Oh, no, I forgot. I missed this. Everything else is clean. And then I missed this one. But anyway, that's going to bother me. That's really going to bother me. So anyway, I feel like, when you first get a plant... initially, like probably the first month or two, sometimes they do try to acclimate to your own environment. They're their forever home, with you. When that does happen, sometimes like the dirt either stays more on the less to be watered, or more on the drier side that needs to be watered a little bit more often. And then afterwards, it starts to want to be in a routine that would be more comfortable. And I really have noticed that a lot with a lot of my plants, especially the bigger plants, and especially with this particular plant itself. So Just so you know, that's just what I've noticed. So anyway, I just cleaned it with this. And the link is in the description section. This is all plant-based, so I don't really get worried. I use it for everything, essentially. I love it so much. There's so many reviews, videos that I, talk about that particular cleaner. And I've used it with my plant. I've even used it on my orchid leaves. And they don't burn or nothing like that. I've used it in everything except for succulents, because succulents are the ones that you really shouldn't be cleaning their leaves on. So I didn't do that. But I did look, and I'm supposed to water this beauty tomorrow. So that's just what I've kind of noticed, especially with the other one. The other one, it was like, there was a time when I was watering her like every 5 days or something like that. With this one, I don't really feel like she gets like the morning light, and she gets some brightness throughout the day. So I guess it's a little bit similar, but the window here is not as large as the window with my Gold Capella 1 versus this Gold Capella 2. But I just wanted to document that part on how big she is right now, and how in love I am with her. If there's anything else that I didn't really cover, right now what I do water her with, depending on how much I got, because, you don't really want your fertilizers to sit there for like a month or whatever, and I don't really have that many houseplants yet. I have a good amount, but I just don't feel like I have that many that I can consume 1 gallon of mixed fertilizer, in water in one day. So sometimes I just have to make do. And, it's something like, for me, it's something like, well, I do need more plants so that I don't waste my fertilizer water mix. That's what I tell myself. But anyway, really love this plant. Because I want other different kinds of plants, I don't really see myself in getting this one again for the 3rd time. I do love her though, but I do want to get a lot of other different kinds. And I do have a wish list for just this year alone. So here she is, and she is just utterly beautiful to me. Just so beautiful. And I keep her right next to a window, and she gets her variegation. She stays like that. Again, I've only had this particular one for less than a month, so we'll see. But so far, she's happy. There were some, discarded leaves like right there. That's, I just let that wilt out. That was already kind of like that when I got her. And it does happen. Unless you are the one growing it from a baby, things like that are definitely going to happen due to transit, due to, delivering it, or if you're buying it online, or if you're buying it from a local place, they get it delivered there anyway. So there's going to be some damage, a little bit of damage. So there you have it. I hope you enjoy my vlog for this particular baby. You're going to give me a like. And of course, if you haven't yet, the subscribe button and the bell so you're notified every single time I do upload a new video. If there's anything that I didn't really cover, please let me know down in the comment section below. If you want to connect, all my social media accounts is in the description section as well. So please feel free to reach out as well. Thanks so much, guys, and I'll see you guys again next time. Bye.